is the Radiolink D460. There's not a lot of info on the outside of the box, but it does show 3 different modes here. It comes with stabilized mode, gyro mode, and manual mode. Stabilized mode is more for beginner flying, the most stabilized, and then gyro mode is stabilized a little bit, but it does give you a little bit more freedom to fly. And then manual mode is no stabilization. So we're gonna unbox this real quick and we're gonna assemble it real quick because it is super simple to assemble and you are ready to fly within minutes, aside from charging the battery. Oh, and looks like there's a red one. The red looks pretty neat, but I think I got the purple one. Let's see what color I have. Yes, it is the purple. Uh-oh. Looks like we have some damage. This must have fell off during either packing or shipping, but that's okay because I always have some foam safe glue. So we'll just glue this right back on. Here is everything that we find in the box. So we do get the instruction manual for the T8FB, and in here it gives you the app to download, because you can download an app and then you can set up all kinds of parameters. And then you do get the instruction manual for the plane. Here we get some of these rubber bands. I'm not sure exactly what they're for. This wasn't listed in the packing list in the instruction manual. And then you also get some Velcro in there. Here we get a hook and spring, and we get a screwdriver. You get an extra set of servo horns, also an extra screw. You get a little roll of tape if you need to do any repairs. If you break the styrofoam, you can tape it back together with this little you can tape it back together with this little roll of tape. And then here's the batteries. The batteries are 7.4 volt, 800 milliamp hour, 2-cell LiPos with the JST plug and also a balance lead. And you use that balance lead to plug into your charger right there. It's a USB-C charger, comes with a cable. And here we have the vertical tailpiece. I'm gonna take this out of the pack because I want to show you just how easy this is to assemble and how quick you can do it. See on the bottom, we have magnets. Give it a little press, that will not come out. Plug your battery in. There is no power switch. It turns on as soon as you plug it in. Take your fuselage, and the propeller is just as simple. You take one of your rubber O-rings, put the propeller on, you hook it there, and then hook it on the other side, and there you go. That's how easy it is to set up. This is designed to pop off if you have a crash. This does come with a 2204 1600 kV brushless outrunner motor. It does come with a 15 amp ESC. There is your flight controller and then your R8XM receiver. So let's take a closer look at the T8FB. It's an 8-channel transmitter. Here's what I do know. We have the power here. We have our trims here. These are your reverse switches. This is the switch that changes the modes from stabilized to gyro to manual. And then this is to lock and unlock the propeller. And I think you use this if you need like a fail-safe, so you can lock it and then it'll just crash. And then we will need 4 AA batteries to power this on. We'll turn the transmitter on. Let's turn the plane on. Ooh, wow. That has some punch. Let's take this battery out and we're going to charge up both batteries and we're going to go out and fly. See how good this D460 flies. Okay, we're back for round 2, and I say round 2 because if you look, you can see there's a little bit of damage there and a little damage there. Because I had this out last night, right before it got a little too dark, and I could not get this thing to fly. It would just want to nosedive right into the ground, even after I did gyro calibration and stuff like that. Full throttle. I took it back home and I tried to do the recalibration and everything like it says in the manual, and for some reason it looked like one of these was up a little higher than the other. It would just not be even, so I had to loosen the screw up and make a little bit of adjustment. So let's see if my adjustment worked and we can get this thing to fly, because I've seen so many other videos on YouTube about this and this thing looks like a really cool flyer. And I even did where they say you need to have it at like a 20-degree angle when you power it on. They say 20 degrees for beginners. So we'll tuck the battery in and then we will plug it in. When you lean, you can see they are trying to stabilize themselves and they do look pretty even. So let's see if this works. And we'll put the lid on. And that lid, I am impressed with those magnets. That lid stays on with all that weight with the battery and everything in here. And it holds tight. So here goes nothing. See if we can get this in the air. Full throttle. Oh yeah. There we go. So my little adjustment worked. Now I am in full stabilization mode. Wow. It's pretty quick. Let me put the throttle down a little bit. I was full throttle there. So I'm in full stabilization. So it will not let me, watch, it won't let me do any loops. And it won't let me do any rolls. So yeah, this thing's pretty fun. Awesome. Very easy to control, very responsive on the controls. As soon as you put your input, it reacts right away. Very cool. Let's slow it down a little. Do a little slow flyby here. Love it. I love it. This is awesome. Okay, now if I flip it into gyro mode, that should allow me to do loops and it should allow me to do rolls as well. So I'm a little nervous not flying this. So let's flip it in gyro. So gyro mode, oh, when I put it in gyro mode, it just went down. It went down in this tall grass. Oh, there it is. So we're gonna have to put our propeller back on. And there is a right and a wrong way to put the propeller on. You'll see lettering on the outside of the propeller. You want that facing out. Reconnect that. It did what it was supposed to. Let's tuck this battery back in here. But flip that back on and we are back in business. We'll flip it back to stabilized mode. And let's go a little bit higher, because like I said, when I flipped it into gyro mode, it just crashed. There we go. We are in gyro mode. Oh yeah. There, I did a roll. You see the rolls? Nice. Here, let's come by here. I'll show you the rolls. And, well, let's do a loop. There's a loop. Whoa, I almost nosedived right into the grass. Gyro mode is a little bit to get used to, because you have full control of it. It does stabilize a little, but it's almost like you're in manual mode. I don't even know if I want to try manual mode, because that has 0 stabilization. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh man, I saw a battery go flying. Oh man. Well, I'd say I saw more than just the battery go flying. I saw everything go flying. Yeah, it ripped the entire electronics out of the plane, even the motor. So we have a busted plane. It looks like this is game over for me. Oh man, that's disappointing that it just like blew apart like that on that crash. I was having a lot of fun with this too. So I am gonna have to glue this up and maybe we can get this out again and fly it around. Look at that, just the guts just went flying out of it. Well, I'm gonna have to end the video here. There's gonna be links to this in the description if you want it. That was a hard crash. I can't knock this plane. That was a hard crash. And it just, you know, styrofoam can only take so much. So it looks like that is the end to this video. I will get this back together. We'll get it all glued up. We'll get it back in the air again. But thanks for watching this video. If you didn't already, go ahead and click that subscribe button, and I hope to catch you on the next video.